Here's your daily reminder. Not all relationships will ultimately lead to marriage. Some of them might inspire you to stay single forever. The guy that I've been seeing for almost 3 months just recently broke up with me. I just came to a realization that this whole situationship could have been avoided if I didn't just get bored one day and open my dating apps. Would you rather get ghosted or have someone being brutally honest with you, saying that they're no longer interested, they don't have feelings for you anymore, and they don't like you enough to commit to you? The dating scene in LA, it's so bad, which makes me think texting my ex is a good idea. So I just recently broke up with my ex and we met on Hinge, and by the time we were exclusive, he did not want to delete his dating app. Like, he was still active. He was like updating his profile like twice, I think, like ever since we started dating. Yeah, so that's definitely one of the major red flags that I chose to ignore him.
As I told you before, everybody ignores the red flags, ma'am. And by the way, you weren't in a relationship if he still used Hinge or whatever, he used Tinder or whatever.
Mind. Another major red flag that I chose to ignore about my ex was he never prioritized me. I really can't stand a guy who can't plan a date. Like, just give me a time, give me a place, and I'll meet you there. Is it really that hard? No.
So after years of dating around, I finally came to a realization that I really can't picture myself in a long-term relationship with someone that I'm not physically attracted to from the start.
So even though Chad doesn't want to commit, as your ex showed you, she still doesn't want to find a nice guy. She still wants Chad, of course.
I mean, I've been on dates with people that I'll be like, oh, he's so nice. I'm absolutely getting that princess treatment from him. But the sparks just wouldn't grow from there because I'm just not physically attracted to them in the first place. And it's okay that I'm not physically attracted to them.
And what happens, guys? You will see her at 35 still making TikTok videos, and now she will be willing to give the nice guy a chance. Don't be the nice guy that she settles for. Because she will never be happy. She doesn't actually want the nice guy. She just settles for the nice guy because it gives her some kind of reassurance or peace of mind. That you can take care of her, that you're the piggy bank, that you're the support for her emotions. But she doesn't actually want you, she wants Chad. Don't be a simp.
Because it's not my fault.
So I've actually had a couple of guy friends tell me out of the blue that they like me more than friends, and I would just be like, where did that come from? Like, what did I do that you found me attractive? But I decided to give it a shot because I like their personalities, even though they're just...
Ma'am, all the guy friends that you have in your friend zone like you, want to sleep with you. That's why they stay in the friend zone. It's not because of your perfect personality. It's not.
It's not my type. And then a few weeks go by after we've hung out a few times, they'd be coming back to me and just be like, actually, never mind. Let's just still be friends. Let's just stick with friends only.
Okay, so after they get to know you better, to want to be in a relationship with you, they see that side and they decide it's not worth it. Okay, ma'am, we get it.
And I'm just very, very confused. I just got back from a first date and we matched on Hinge, and I just don't really know why I'm still doing all of these meaningless first dates that is leading nowhere. Like, at this point, I'm in my late 20s, I'm 28, I'm just so convinced that not everyone's lucky enough to find their lifetime partner, and I'm okay with it. Like, I finally came to a realization that I'm accepting that.
Just wait till you're 35 or 40, ma'am. It will get better.
That I might just be ended up being alone forever. I caved in, I double texted him, and I got ghosted again. So, yep, I got ghosted by the guy that I went out for a first date with twice.
The wall, no man on earth can make it fall.
I once saw this saying that said if you have blonde hair, people notice your hair first, and when you have brown hair, people notice your face first. And well, I want people to notice my face first.
So now the first thing that people will see is that she has to lose weight. Okay.
Listen, I am 36 and single, and I am so delulu that I'm expecting my Prince Charming to find me when I'm literally at home, like this, on my sofa with my snacks and my Netflix, every night, just thinking he might fly through the window.
have gained some weight. A lot of people like to comment on that. They're like, Bobby, you've gained weight. You're right. Okay.
I can't imagine the day that I'm not totally disgusted by a man.
My future husband's probably out getting twerked on tonight. Yeah, it's a Friday night at 10 o'clock and I'm in bed playing with my baby Yoda slime.
So I just got cheated on by a 37-year-old man, and this is how I found out.
My boyfriend and I broke up a month ago. Let's talk about it.
Nope.
So I just started getting back into dating recently, and people look at me and they're like, you're too cute to be on Tinder. You're too beautiful to be on Tinder. And I'm like,
Ma'am, nobody ever said that to you. Stop lying. Nobody told you that. And even if they did, they were just trying to sleep with you. I don't know why, but they were trying to sleep with you. They were lying to you.
Guys, I'm so happy to say I had an experience with a man and it wasn't creepy. Like, it was a positive experience.
Because a woman is attractive, she doesn't deserve anything. She deserves something because she's...
Nobody deserves anything. If you want something in life, you have to work for it. Nobody deserves anything.
Sacrificed for you. A woman who has given you a child and brings peace into your life deserves everything. She wants a house, you give her a house. What I just said, 99% of men will never get that. They will never get a woman who brings peace into their life and gives them a beautiful child. They'll never get that. But they're still giving those women everything because they're attractive and because these...
That's the definition of a simp. Giving your time, your emotions, your money, your whatever to a woman that doesn't deserve it. That's the definition of a simp. And so many of you are simps out there. So many of you.
Men are in such a sexual deficit, they're willing to give it all away for free.
A normal guy, if he was given the option of being able to have a lot of sex with women and it was unattached and he's maybe in his early 20s, a lot of men are going to take that and they're not narcissists and they're not more likely to cheat. In Dr. Buss's 37 culture study, every single one of those 37 cultures, the men were more interested in casual sex than the women. And one of the things we have to understand is that lying is bad. Men being interested in casual sex isn't bad. Lying is bad.
Nobody warns you how brutal it is watching your ex build the life you pictured.
Ma'am, nobody should be warning you about normal things in your life. You should have figured that for yourself. So from the start, she starts out very, very bad.
With them, with somebody else. You can just be going about your business, scrolling, and then bam, there they are. Trips, places you planned together, experiences, things that you spoke about together, playing out in front of your eyes with someone else.
Yes, ma'am, because you weren't the one. You were just another one. And now maybe he found the one. And he's doing all the things that you wanted to do with that woman. Why are you jealous? If you're so strong and independent, why haven't you found another guy to live your life, to live your dream, to be the one, to get married? Why are you living in your past? Why? I don't get it. All of you say you're so strong and independent and emotionally intelligent. Well, you're not showing that to us. You're not. You're just showing that you're jealous and petty.
And that can be really hard because, of course, you're going to be asking yourself, why wasn't I enough? What does she have that I don't? And it can feel like such a punch in the gut because it's not just that you've lost them, but you're watching your future happen without you in it.
No, ma'am, that's not your future. Your future is with somebody else. That's his future. You don't even know what you're talking about, ma'am, but you're making TikTok videos. We're just going to skip this video because it's very stupid.
The woman says that a man is sad, pathetic, and lonely, and they kill themselves at twice the rate that women do. And woman discovers this argument backfires the only two ways you can slice it. Data shows that women attempt to unalive themselves at over 4 times the rate of men and are on antidepressants at twice the rate of men. So women are either more sad, lonely, and pathetic than men, or they're doing this for attention and to manipulate society, meaning you cannot trust a single word that they say.
What do you guys do when you're single? You have a weekend free, all to yourself, no child. What do you do?
If we, you and me, ever start a talking stage,
Okay.
I may already know who your family is. I may already know who you hang out with the most. I may already know where you work.
So she's a stalker. But for women it's cute if they admit that they're a stalker online. But we as men can't do that because somebody would call the police on us. But for women it's okay. Oh, it's cute.
Yeah. I'm super chill.
We just
No, you're
demand
not.
equal opportunity, but not the same responsibility. Right! Men are literally trash. But women are also equal to men. Yes, exactly! Women are all victims of the patriarchy, so we should give women all the power. I've been saying this! Women are so oppressed. Women are so powerful. Exactly! Sex is powerful and important. Sex is casual and women relate to it in the same way that men do. It's
No,
so
they don't.
obvious! Feminism is about equality, except when
No, it's
men
not.
actually want equality, right?
Put a finger down if your dad died and then you find out that he's not really your dad and your mom has kept this from you for 27 years, but she gives you the name of a man that could be your biological father. So you look him up on Facebook and you find a man that looks just like you, but the catch is he's Norwegian and lives in Norway. So you sit on it for about a year, but it's eating at you. And so you finally reach out to him and you make contact. And he says that it could make sense. So you both take 23andMe DNA tests and it links you as father and daughter. And then about another year later, you're about 3 days away from hopping on a plane to go meet your dad and your Norwegian family for the first time.
Can you see nowhere in this video does she blame her mother for keeping this from her? She didn't say anything bad about her mother or the fact that she lied to her father for so many years. No, no, no.
I was just at a coffee shop with my best friend, who is the most gorgeous girl you'll ever see in the entire world, and she got a cookie for free while I had to pay for my chocolate croissant and my coffee. And then after, we walked to the store next door that sells kind of like cute drinks, home goods, things like that. And she got something else for free again. And this happens every time we go out. She's always getting compliments, getting things for free, and I'm just standing there like, what about me? She really is the most gorgeous girl I've ever seen, though. Like, it's insane. She's...
Yeah, I have to agree.
Hi, pretty girl. You're so pretty.
If you pulled 100 random dudes from the street and asked like if they had the opportunity to go out with like Mia Khalifa or like Sasha Grey, do you think that they would say they don't want to?
If they do, it's because they're...
They want to sleep with those women. They don't want to be in a relationship with those women. This is what women get wrong. Just because a lot of guys are interested in you and give you likes and comments, it doesn't mean that they want to marry you. Just because they desire you to sleep with you doesn't mean anything. They don't want commitment with you. That's the most important thing. Desire doesn't matter, ma'am. How many men desire you or like you or comment on your photos? That doesn't matter. How many men are willing to be in a committed relationship with you? How many men are willing to get on one knee and propose to you? None. So that's your actual value, ma'am.
1-900-9099-CRY.
For her,
They'd still do it.
Because they see them as sexual objects who they want
Yeah.
to hook up with. Mia Khalifa's
If you
marriage
just
broke
pulled-
down as a result of her porn career. She said that her husband actually admitted to her that he was no longer comfortable with the fact that there were existing videos of her having sex with other men on the internet.
I'm just asking, if you pulled like 100 American guys and asked them, would you like to go on a date with Mia Khalifa right now? You have the opportunity to. Do you think that the majority would say no?
Do they think it involves sex?
We have a simp epidemic, so it could very well be the case that a high proportion of them say yes. But if a girl's involved in that kind of work, I wouldn't even want casual sex with her. I don't want to kiss her. I don't want to go on a date.
I don't want to be seen on a date with her. Why? Every guy I know would make fun of me after that. Why? It's so stupid.
Your
I don't
personal
want nothing,
preference.
sure.
Wait, you think the
I think
average guy?
I think a lot of guys.
The average guy doesn't have access to sex, so of course he's starved for sex. He will go on a date with her for sure, because he thinks she will get sex. That's why. But if you just tell him, oh, you just go on a date and you pay for the date, but nothing comes after that, I guarantee you none of them will go. Or maybe there are some simps, I don't know, but the majority won't go on that date.
Are you looking for a guy to pay everything for you, or are you looking to feel lower than that man? Because I'm hearing a lot about feminism, but I'm also hearing a lot about you wanting a man who is paying for everything. He is the provider. I feel like that's against feminism. That's just traditional. So why
True.
do you want to go back to the ways of man does everything for me if you're fighting for?
Because they want equality only when it serves them, and not all the time. They don't want equality in dating. They want a guy that is taller than them, stronger than them, smarter than them, that pays for everything, that is a provider and a protector. But that's not equality. But that doesn't matter. They want equality only when it suits them. I haven't seen a single woman fighting for the equality to work on the infrastructure, on the roads, a bricklayer or whatever, build houses. I don't see women fighting for those jobs, for equality in those jobs. On oil rigs, I don't see women fighting for that equality. No, they just want to be equality in the positions of power. It's stupid. This is not feminism. This is not true feminism.
Equality between men and women.
I think women should have rights, and the society that we're in, they have the rights, and they're just making sure they maintain the rights.
What right do men have that women do not? The only thing here, I'll help you out. The only thing I can think of, the only right provided by law, for example, that men have that women don't, is that, and this isn't even in some cities, in some areas, women do have this right, free the titty. Like some women, you can't be topless in public. You know what? I am a feminist on that front. I'm in favor. If y'all want to take your tops off and titties out, I will fight for you. I'm a feminist. Free the titties.
I don't even trust what guys have on their dating apps. For example, there's a guy that I swiped on and then we went on a date because his profile said he was emotionally intelligent, he's done the work, he's grounded, he's present, he knows how to be a good partner.
Ma'am, they lie to you. They know exactly what women want to hear, and they'll tell that to you, or they'll write it in their bio, but it doesn't mean that it's true. They just want to sleep with you. I swear. But women keep telling us, guys, keep telling us over and over and over that they're smarter than us. No, they're not. No, they're not.
Had all the buzzwords. Went on a date with him, talked about how he hasn't been dating.
So she even knows that those are buzzwords. But she trusts them. Why?
Dating the last 2 years. He's been in a men's circle for the last 2 years, learning how to be a great partner, learning to heal from his trauma. All great stuff. Had an amazing first date. I left being genuinely excited about this guy. The next week, the conversation.
Okay, so he's a player. Only players know exactly what to say and when to say them, ma'am. And only players know how to be charming from the first date and not be awkward.
The was a little dry. We weren't really able to line up our schedules. He kind of lives far away. And I actually tried to end things because I just felt intuitively like something was off. So I sent him a message saying, hey, we live kind of far apart. Our schedules don't really line up. Maybe this isn't a good idea. He's like, no. I really like you. I want to go for it. Let's do it. We can do it.
Of course, ma'am, because he wanted to sleep with you and then ghost you.
I believe in us. Let's do lunch next Wednesday. Today's next Wednesday. Wednesday rolls around. We picked a place yesterday. I text him saying, hey, what time tomorrow? Never heard anything. Wake up this morning, day of lunch. He never responded with a time. I sent him a text and I was like, hey, listen, I really value communication. That's something I absolutely need when I'm dating and in a relationship. You're not giving me that.
So he realized that you're not worth it, ma'am. You're not worth it the trouble to get to sleep with you. It's so easy. But women try to overcomplicate everything and think about 100 things that could happen and why is he telling me this or why he is not responding. It's the simplest answer is always the best answer, ma'am.
So I wish you the best. No response. This is a man that's talking about how he's been in a men's circle for the last 2 years working on himself and how to be a good partner and how to...
Okay, and do you think he cares that you think all these things about him? No, ma'am. He's probably now on another date with another woman, feeling lovely, while you're making a TikTok video being petty. So who's winning in the end, ma'am?
Here's how feminism messed up the US economy and how it's actually now come back to bite modern women in the butt. Let's rewind.
Okay.
The modern feminist movement kicked off in the 1960s. The goal was fair wages, equal opportunities, and legal protection. Great, right? They told us that the first wave gave us the right to vote, and the second wave brought us into the workforce. Here's where it gets a little bit sticky. During the second wave, the message shifted. It wasn't just, you can work outside the home. It became, you should. Or you must if you want to be respected. Doing nothing but staying home and cooking and cleaning and raising children, that was suddenly less than. So women flooded the workforce around this time. They were told they would get more financial freedom, more independence, and of course, more respect. But when millions of women started working full-time, it didn't just change individual families, it changed the entire economy. Suddenly, two incomes weren't just nice, they were expected. And that's where we get into the two-income trap. This is a book written by Elizabeth Warren, who is not exactly a conservative voice, but she actually articulates this situation beautifully in her book, The Two-Income Trap. She argues that when both parents started working, the cost of living adjusted. Homes in good school districts, prices went up. Childcare, through the roof. Everything from health insurance to groceries inflated to match dual income spending power. So now we've created this world where it takes two full-time incomes to just be able to afford the same lifestyle one income covered in 1960. Feminism told women and even sold them the idea that they were breaking free. But for a lot of women, especially moms, it feels more like a trap. Because now the choice to stay home with your kids isn't even on the table for many families. So many women would love to be able to be homemakers and clean the house and cook and take care of their kids, and they can't. Because what used to be a respected and even honored role of homemaker, caregiver, mother got dismissed. Feminism lied to us and told us that success only looked like climbing the corporate ladder and competing with men. But we traded in something priceless: time with our children, peace in our own homes, and even financial flexibility. So while women were told you should do it all, what we ended up with is exhaustion, rising debt, and a system that only works if you're always working outside your house. The very movement that claimed to be liberating women made it nearly impossible to live on one income. And I'm sorry, but that is not empowering. Turns out that there's a real price to pay when a society stops valuing motherhood. When caregiving is treated as invisible labor and homemakers are seen as less than, everybody actually loses, especially women. Not just emotionally or in the family structure, we could talk about that forever, but economically as well. So no, I'm sorry, feminism didn't save women. It told us we need to do it all, and now our generation is paying the price for it.
Hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.